In our Parashat, in the very beginning, Parshat Vayishlach, we have the conversation that Yaakov Avinu has with Esav through the agents he sends. Vayishlach Yaakov Malachim, and he says, Ko tomrun la'adoni le'Esav im Lavan garti va'echar ad ata. I lived with Lavan, and now I'm coming back. And Rashi brings Chazal that there were two messages embedded in the words of Yaakov Avinu sent to Esav. He says, look, I've been a ger, I've been a stranger. You think our father gave me the brachot instead of you, and I became this big, rich, and successful person? No, it doesn't seem to have come through the brachot of your father. I was a ger, I worked for him. Those things that you think I took away, those physical and financial assets and security, it's not really there. It's not really that important. And on the other hand, he says to his brother, Rashi points out, Garti is the letters of Taryag, exactly. You rearrange them, same numeric value, to indicate, Im Lavan Garti, yes, I lived with the Rasha, with Lavan, but Taryag mitzvot shamarti, I kept all of the mitzvot, velo lamadti mima'asav hara'im, I did not learn from his negative actions. I was not influenced with Lavan. So one element of thought is, Yaakov Avinu is comparing the financial assets with the real assets of a human being, which is Torah or mitzvot, the real currency. Says, whereas I have easy time to let go of those, the brachot, so to speak, of Yitzchak Avinu, the financial security, not that important. But what was so important for me to keep and to maintain is Taryag mitzvot shamarti. Lo lamati masav hara'im. I kept my conviction, what was really important for me. The money comes, money goes. You know, he cheated me, he did this, he did that. And you see, it's not the way you thought it's going to be. But the mitzvot, I didn't waver even one of them. I didn't let go and forgo even one little detail. Taryag mitzvot shamarti. I was completely involved and attached with the mitzvot and with learning Torah. Obviously, Taryag mitzvot, there's no way that one individual could keep Taryag mitzvot unless you're learning the halachot and you're involved with it. That's one element of thought. And perhaps a second layer of depth to this is, like Shlach Kadosh, Moshe Shapiro used to say, mitzvot comes from the language of sevet, savta, what accompanies you, the friendship, the being next to something, being attached, a bond of friendship and relationship. And Yaakov Avinu is saying to us, how did I keep away from Lavan? I lived in his house. Rambam writes in the beginning of the 6th parak of Hilchot Deot in Sefer Mada, the person gets influenced by who lives around them, right? In fact, the Gemara in Masechet Sanhedrin, the Marder in Taflabetet, I believe, Mar says that Yaakov Avinu lived with Esav Harasha lived with two tzaddikim, and he didn't learn from them. Esav lived with Rivka and with Yitzchak Avinu, with his parents. He had tremendous kivud avaim, and he still was not affected by them. And Yaakov Avinu here is the counterpart. He says, I lived with the Rasha, and I was not affected by him. And you know how he accomplished that? By looking at Taryag mitzvot shamarti, by the sevet of surrounding himself with learning Torah, surrounding himself with doing mitzvot, strengthening himself in Aolah shel Torah, in this tent of Torah, creating his own bubble of spirituality around himself. And that's how you go against Esav. He says, Esav, you lived with tzaddikim and you didn't learn from them. I lived with a Rasha, and I still maintained my conviction of Torah and mitzvot. That's something so powerful. Yaakov is the Av of Galut, is the father of exile. We are in Galut. We are his children that live in Galut, and we have to surround ourselves with the bubble of mitzvot, with people who are doing positivity, with people who go into shooting, people who have that conviction of excitement for Torah, of commitment to the mitzvot, to learning and to doing. And we could say, Taryag mitzvot shamarti, we lived in wherever we are, in Galut, the mekomot pezurenu. But we keep the mitzvot, and the Torah is the currency, the real currency. We're willing to easily let go of the financial promises, so to speak, for that one thing of Taryag mitzvot shamarti becomes the hallmark of Yaakov, the hallmark of the Jewish communities around the globe, and the secret of how we have survived in Galut for 2 millennia without having the Beit HaMikdash, without having our own country, because we've been connected with the Torah, we've been connected with the mitzvot, and we have always prioritized that over the so-called brachot of Yitzchak Avinu, of the bracha of prosperity and wealth and security. B'ezrat Hashem for all of us. Amen.